Real quick, I want to say thank you to 150 plus subscribers. That's crazy to me. I made this channel originally to just document my life, document my findings, to try and help myself grow. But to think that others have subscribed too, that's pretty cool. And I just want to say thank you. So what I wanted to talk about today is how to better understand yourself. Obviously, those of you that have been watching some of my previous videos know that I've gone back to church, and with that, that's kind of it's shaped my perspective about a lot of things. With that was my understanding of me, my understanding of, okay, why do I react to certain things? Why do I behave certain ways? Why do certain things trigger me and some things don't? Right? And so I've been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of journaling with that, and I want to talk about my findings with that today. So I've got my journal here. I pretty much write everything that's going on in my brain in this journal. The reason I do that, it helps declutter my brain, helps me get less overwhelmed. If I'm up, if for me is if I have a thought and I write it down, it's no longer in my head; it's on paper. So it kind of like takes it out of my head, just so I'm not so overwhelmed and stuff. But I'm gonna get a little vulnerable with you guys. Is because I've realized something, like a pretty common theme throughout my life, that I've really wanted to understand recently, and like, how can I change it? How can I overcome this challenge, and just try and be better? And the question is, why do I always start something and never finish? And I've got that written down here a few times. I don't know if you can see that, but the reason why you want to write it down a few times is because usually the first answer you get is going to be a smoke screen. And I'll show you what I mean right now. So I wrote down, why do I always start something but never finish? First answer I get is because I lose interest, right? That's a smoke screen. That's just a generic face value answer that doesn't actually have any value to it. That's not a real answer. That's just something that's just there. It's just like is it true? Probably, but is it the real answer you're looking for? Absolutely not. Why do I always start something but never finish? This one is because I'm scared of the outcome. Okay, that's getting somewhere, right? There's something there that's scared. Yeah. Okay. Outcome. It's like, okay, I'm not really scared of failure. Like, I've known failure for a long time as a thing to grow. So I was like, okay, ask again. Same question. This answer, I'm scared of true success because I've had success, but like true success, like coming out on top, I've never had that. That's scary to me. Is that the definitive answer that I'm looking for in my life? It's like, yeah, it's a good one, but it's not the really one. Again, same question. Why do I always start something but never finish? It takes too long. Bam, smoke screen. That's another one. It's not a real answer. It's face value. It takes too long. I'm looking for that instant gratification. I'm looking for that quick flip. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's an answer, but it's not. Like, I'm getting deeper. I'm getting deeper into, like, okay, it was instant gratification, part of it, but it's not the thing I'm looking for. Ask myself the question again. I'm scared of what my life is going to look like. Okay, what is it? What do I think that means? I think that means, why do I really want to be like this big businessman, right? Making a lot of money, works all the time away from his family. Like, to really want that. Like, my dad was like that, but do I really want to repeat that in my life with my kids? Like, is that something that I really, really want? It's like, okay. And just for the heck of it, because I was like, that's a good answer. That's a good one. And that's kind of what I was searching for. And I decided to ask myself again, why do I always start something but never finish? Answer I got this time is because I've never truly believed in the outcome. And that is the answer that really makes sense to me. Is I've never truly believed in the final, in the when all said and is done, this is what you have. I've never believed in that. I've always thought of it as like, I think the reason I was searching after those things was because my friends were, or because it was the business I was in. Right? I was doing this because everybody else was doing. I was kind of just following. I was following the wave. I wasn't actually doing what I believed in. I wasn't doing what resonated with me. What is my purpose? And what that's done for me is getting everything on paper, and I'm looking at those things as a common denominator. With all those, I didn't have God. I didn't have Jesus Christ with me at any of those times. I didn't believe. Like, it wasn't there. And then the last answer was because I've never truly believed in the outcome, is like, ding, 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 ding. That's what I'm looking for. Is I've never, and that answers spiraled me into thinking about all of the previous adventures that I've had. Right. Um, I've done YouTube for a long time. It's been about 10 years. First time I did YouTube, I was uploading Call of Duty videos and it didn't do very well. Second time I was doing Fortnite, the same thing, didn't do very well. I quit. I quit both times, and then came back to Fortnite. I actually did pretty good. I got like 2,500 subs, but then again, it was Fortnite. I hated. It was like, do I really want to play this for forever? For as long as I can? Absolutely not. So I quit that. And then after that, I had a business opportunity. I did door-to-door sales, and it's like, okay, do I really want to sell to people forever? It's like, and if you sell, like, there's nothing against you. It's just me, right? So it's like nothing. I've never truly believed in the outcome of everything that I've tried to attack in my life. It's like, so then that's opened the door. It's like, okay, what is that thing that I'm looking for? What is that purpose? What is that thing that resonates with me that I want to pursue in this life? The thing that wants me to level up, that I want to level up, that I want to grow, that I want to become better. And I'm trying to figure that out. But like I said, this video was maybe just to bring awareness to, you can get to the bottom of things. You can figure things out. It just takes some time. It took me about an hour and a half to really come up with things, because you're going to get smoke screens. You're going to get things that come up that aren't the answer, but you need to process those. Like, okay, that's not really it. And then you just keep going down the line until you get the one, and it's going to hit. You feel it. Like, that's the real answer. And then you can then you can pivot, and then you can make your decisions from there. But hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, maybe drop a comment. Love to hear from you guys. Even if you really liked it, maybe consider sharing with somebody that maybe wants to hear it, maybe that needs to hear it. Maybe even consider subscribing to Uncharted Potential. This is where we grow. This is where we try to become better for ourselves, but not only for ourselves, but for others around us, family and friends as well. So with that, I'll leave you with this. Have a good one. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.